It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. So I punched him and went back to sleep.
Then I bitch slapped her ass and told her, let's go picking. So what's up, everybody? It's Gil Daddy, and that was the lovely Gil Mama, of course. And we're going to do another video today on making money on eBay and Amazon. And it is raining today. It is a beautiful 46 degrees out, so we've had some nice weather, and today it just kind of turned on us. But of course, the rain don't stop us. A few things this morning. So as everybody knows, eBay has been kind of slow lately, and it usually is around this time of year. I think it was especially slow this year. It is starting to pick up, though, now that the tax thing is all over. The 15th came and gone. It looks like our sales just started skyrocketing again. We were actually about $4,000 less than what we were used to seeing in sales for the month. But ever since this last weekend, things just really took off. Of course, Sunday was slow because it was Easter, but things are looking really, really good. We actually worked our butts off on Monday to get everything shipped out because we had a lot of shit to ship out. So how has Amazon been doing for us? I'm excited every time I look. I check Amazon like 5 times a day. I'm like, oh, we're up another 80 bucks. You know, it's really exciting. Just because of how fast it's growing. When we started our eBay business full-time, it didn't grow that fast. So I just know, you know, in 6 months or even a year, it's going to be just huge, just huge. I just checked it this morning, and we were sitting at a little over like $1,750 for the last 30 days. All right, so getting gas right now. So Amazon is going to be huge. I already know it. So I'm really excited about it. I'm going to keep getting stuff and keep sending it in. We've been sending in a lot of everything, really. I started off doing books, and I got a little discouraged in that, as I told you guys before. But I still do look for them. If I find a spot that's got a bunch of books, and I know that they haven't been all freaking gone through by other people trying to sell them on Amazon, I'm going to pull out my scanner and start scanning books, because there's definitely money there. But I also have been sending in a lot of video games. I started sending in some board games. We also sent in, we're sending in small electronics. I know there are people out there that say, be careful with electronics, because there's a lot of people, scammers out there and stuff, that'll switch out the electronic for their broken one and send it back and all that. But if it's anything like eBay, I'm really not worried, because everybody always tells me that about eBay. They say, I don't want to do electronics because, oh, it's so risky and people can screw you. Well, if people want to screw you, they're going to screw you no matter what. And from my experience, what I've seen is it's very minimal. I mean, once in a great while, you get somebody that says it doesn't work, and you don't know if they're lying or telling the truth, so you just give them their money back and you move on. As I said before, it's just the price of doing business. But I make way more money than I even lose out on, and actually, I doubt I'm even losing any money, because most of the time, I make money on the shipping. So it's going to cover your losses either way. I probably get maybe one electronic out of every 4 or 5 months that somebody says something was wrong with, and probably 75% of the time it's probably something I just overlooked. So don't be scared, guys. Everybody's always scared to do things. The only way you're going to learn is just to jump in and try it out, and then you'll see I'm telling the truth. Electronics are huge money. I like them because I can go in somewhere and I can spend $10 on, hey Gil Mama. Huh? I can go in somewhere, I can spend $10 on one like electronic and sell it for 80 to 120, and I find these deals all the time. So if you're scared to do them, you're going to be missing out on huge profits. So don't be scared to try it out. Just make sure you're testing them fully. You know, we have everything set up in our testing station so that we can test the electronics. You know, I got the TV and the cords and the speakers, and you just got to test them fully and then send them off. And if they don't work, you take them back to the thrift store and get your money back. That's all there is to it. On Amazon, of course, I'm not sending in the big electronics, because the FBA, it'd be kind of hard to do. You'd have to have them like in the original box, because they're not going to package it up for you. They're not going to put bubble wrap around it and all that stuff. So on the bigger electronics, I'm not sending those in Amazon, but I am sending in small electronics. I mean, you can send in like Game Boys and digital cameras and things like that. They do really well on Amazon, and they almost always go for more money. Even though the fees on Amazon are higher, which really turned me away from Amazon for years. I never even looked into it because I'm like, well, holy crap, by the time I ship it into them and they take their fees, they're taking 35-40% of my profit, or the total cost, right off the top, after everything, storage and handling and all that crap. But what I soon realized is I may have an item that's going to sell for $20 on eBay, and then I look on Amazon FBA and it's going for like 55, 60 bucks. So I looked at both Amazon and eBay, and then I determined that the profit was a lot higher on selling on Amazon, even though they were taking more. So it sells for more and they're taking more. That's not always the case, so just do your research. I always look what something is selling for on Amazon now and what it's selling on eBay, and determine if it's something I want to send into FBA. So I got a lot of stuff to cover at the end of our little trip here. We're not going to go through and show you every little item because I want to put some other things in the video. And you've seen a lot of our trips anyways, so I think you guys pretty much get the gist of it and you can see what we're getting.
If we find anything cool, we'll show you.
So there is one thing I want to tell you guys before we get to the good stuff. Something that's going to help you out a lot is put yourself on a schedule. It's very, very, very important. I know you probably heard people say it's set goals. It's important to set goals, but if you just set goals and you have no plan of action, nothing is ever going to happen. So make sure that you guys go through and set a schedule. I don't know what your guys' schedule is like, but if you're going to do this business, you need to run it like a business. You can't just go out on your free time, because that's when it's just a hobby and you're not going to see very good results. So sit down, press pause on the video right now, and put a schedule out. Put an hour or 2 or 3 or however much time you got to go out picking, to go out to ship your items, to clean your items, all that stuff. If you set yourself a daily schedule for however many days a week you want to work, you're going to see results. Why are you still listening to me? Pause the video and make a damn schedule. Alright, so now that you made your schedule, I'll just give you an idea of what ours looks like. We have a schedule that we get up, we do some yoga, we get the kids off to school, and we head out. We have a schedule of certain thrift stores we hit each day. Then we have to be back home by a certain time, and we have to ship out our packages, and then we have to list at a certain time. We usually pause and start back over in the night so we can hang out with the kids and stuff. We usually list when they're in bed. But that's pretty much what our schedule looks like, and it's very, very successful, and we get lots of stuff listed, and a lot of stuff sells.
Just want to remind you guys, we have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. We also have a website. It's gillmoney.com if you're interested at all. But our Facebook group, we got a lot of people that ask and give advice, and we're nice. We aren't Nazis about it, so you guys can ask or say pretty much whatever you want, as long as you're not being totally gross. But check it out. You guys might like it. All you have to do is search Facebook for Gill Money or Gill Daddy or Gill Mama or any of that fun stuff to find us. Okay, so here's what we got today. We got a whole bunch of remotes that are about $1 a piece, and they sell anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks depending on the remote. We got a bunch of laser discs that we paid $1 a piece for, and they go for,
yeah, I don't know,
same, about 10 bucks a piece.
6 to 10 bucks a piece, but that's without shipping, so we'll make 4 or 5 bucks a piece on each one.
We got a whole bunch of pieces for a Showtime Rotisserie Pro. This is full of them too, and you looked those up.
Yeah, I'll get about 100 bucks out of all these are the Ronco Showtime 6000 model. It's a big model, but all the little gears and stuff in that bag, all the little prods and baskets and all that
Gloves
stuff, but
whatever.
about 100 bucks. The remotes I paid $1 a piece for, like she said. I'll average about 15 bucks a remote, because some go for 20, some go for 30, some go for 15, and some go for 10.
This right here is a Jvc Receiver. We paid $35 for it, but it'll go for...
They sell for about $130. I don't usually spend that much on receivers, but it's profit, guys.
This is a really heavy metal pan that'll go for about 30 bucks. I don't remember the brand of it though. These are Fuel ski racks, and
you get anywhere between $50 and $100 out of them. I'm not exactly sure on this one. I just know that they sell good. So
this we got for Amazon. We'll get about 16 bucks out of it. We got a couple of board games for Amazon.
Not huge money. I'll make about $5 to $10 a piece on those.
We got some more carpet cleaner parts. You guys know we love those.
Yeah, the hose I'll get about 30 bucks out of. This handle I'll get about 30 bucks out of. Each one of those heads I get about 30 bucks a piece. this handle about 25 bucks or so, and oh, and I have a little head that goes for about 13, 14 bucks. So those parts are worth a lot of money, guys. Always look for them.
In here we got a coffee cup that I forgot to look up, and a Game Boy piece, and then some massager attachments to a massager. That massager
is right down here somewhere. It's right there. It's a Rejuvenator Plus. They go for like what?
30 to 60 bucks.
30 to 60 bucks.
Depending
so
on the day.
That is what we got, guys. Notice that receiver I bought. I paid $35 for it. Of course, I get 10% off, so it's a little less than that, but you guys already know that. Don't normally pay that much for receivers, but like I said, it's a $130 item, and some of you might go, I would never pay 30, that's too much money to put out. But those same people are going to go out and buy 10 shirts for $4 a piece and pay 40 bucks for 10 shirts, and then they're going to make $5 on each one. So I mean, you just got to do the math and figure out, one item versus 10 items, and is it, how long is it going to take to sell those shirts? Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we spent $75 at the outlet today. Okay, real quick here, we got this 5-disc changer, HDMI home theater, the deal. Paid $12.35, and then this will go for about 70 bucks.
And then I got this for $2.95, and it'll go for about $17-18 on Amazon.
Okay, guys, so we are done with that trip. Like I said earlier, I want to do a video just showing how we list an item in FBA. There's probably a lot of videos out there that you can watch that'll probably show you the exact same thing, but there has been a lot of people that ask a lot of questions about it, and just keep in mind, I'm not an expert. Our first box got checked into our inventory in an Amazon warehouse on March 1st. So we're not even in this 2 months yet, so just keep that in mind. I'm learning more and more things every day, so if there's a faster or better way or something I'm missing maybe, feel free to email me and let me know. But this way has seemed to work for me so far, so it's making money and I'm not getting any threatening emails from Amazon, so I must be doing something right. But so far, this is how I do it. On the trip, the short little trip we showed you, we added everything up, and I'll just put right here what we spent for the day, and right here I'll put what the gross is that we're going to sell it for. So always remember that, of course, eBay fees and all that stuff will come out, and then we make money in the shipping, and there's a lot of numbers to figure. So I'm not going to go into how much profit we're going to make off that stuff, because we get the stuff for so little and sell for so high. So we're making money on it either way. But you guys already know that. So let's get into Amazon Seller Central, and I'll show you how I've been listing my stuff on Amazon. So let's check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now behind the scenes in my Amazon Seller Central. So a lot of you probably already have this, and you're probably already selling on Amazon, and for you guys, this video is probably not going to benefit you guys that much because you already know how to do it, and you guys are veterans, and you probably have more expertise than I do. But everybody's been asking me to make a video, so I'm doing it. All right, so this is ours. Like I said, we haven't been doing this for more than 2 months yet. It hasn't even been 2 months, and we're already up to, if you look at my 30-day here, it's $1,873.04. So we're doing pretty good, and I'm actually super surprised with that. Keep in mind that that number, that dollar amount, is only that's the gross. That's before Amazon takes out, their fees. And if you look at our 7-day, it's $598.54. Basically, that just means that if I just maintain the same amount of sales as I'm doing now on average, we would be looking at about $2,400 a month gross sales. But we don't plan on doing that. We plan to keep growing and keep sending stuff to them because it's so freaking easy. I will tell you guys that when you first start doing this, when you first put together your first box and you're trying to learn everything, like, what do I put stickers on? Do I wrap it in plastic? Do I bag it? How do I do this stuff? You're going to be thinking this stuff is way harder than eBay. But remember what you have to do when you list something on eBay. And it took me a few boxes to figure that out. I was thinking, oh, this is just a pain in the ass. I got to wrap this. I got to put stickers and labels, and then I figured out that when I list something on eBay, I got to do everything pretty much the same. And then I have to picture the item, which this way you don't have to picture the item. Then I have to store the stuff back here. You can see all the shit we got back there. And then when the item sells, then I have to actually prepare the item a lot more than I would have if I would have just wrapped it in something or put it in a bag and sent it to Amazon in a big box. So in the end, it's actually taking you less time because you're cutting out all that shipping time. But either way, I'm going to show you guys how I do it. And if there is a better way or whatever, like I said, just email me or whatever and tell me something I'm missing, because I'm learning too. I'm a newbie at this too, and I think we're doing pretty well for as little time that we have invested in doing it. So I'm going to go over here. Whenever you list an item, you have your scanner ready. I do have the Bluetooth scanner, and I started using that, but it was kind of a pain in the ass, always having to sync it to my computer, you know, Bluetooth, and then sync it back to my phone, and then back and forth and back and forth. So I just got one of these little USB scanners on eBay for like 15 bucks. They're pretty cheap, and you can see a little laser in there. Woo. Anyways, you scan your product, and it'll just go in. This is just USB. It was just plug and play. I didn't really have to do anything fancy to it. But all you do is you get your product ready. You go to Add Product right here at Inventory, and you just click here, and you grab a product. I'm just going to use this deal here. It's brand new. It's a pinball game, old pinball game. But you scan it. It'll automatically put it there, and you want to click on See All Product Details. Alright, even though you've already scanned this and researched what it sold for, I doubt you're going to remember all the pricing that you should put everything at. So you want to look, and you're going to see 13 new and 13 used. Well, mine is new, so I'm going to put click on 13 new. And I want to only see Prime offers because I'm sending this to Amazon, so it is going to be a Amazon Prime item. And the only person I'm going to be competing against, it would be this one person here that has theirs for $24.95. I'm not sure if it will sell for $24.95 because there is only one on there, but it's the only one on Prime. And a lot of times when people search for items on Amazon, they're going to click Show Prime Only, and they're just going to see this guy's item on there for $24.95. So you can price it whatever you like. I'm going to put mine at just like 1 penny less than his, and that way I have the lowest price. So you go back to this window here. We can close that one out, and we're just going to click on Sell Yours. Okay, and here you're just going to put your condition. You can see what where the asterisks are. These are, you have to have these items in there in order to create the listing. And your price, I know I'm going to put $24.94. I think it was $24.95. I don't know. Either $24.94 is what I'll put. All right, quantity, I have 1. And then I already have this checked, which is I want Amazon to ship and provide customer service for my items if they sell. And then you click on Save and Finish. And it's going super slow today. Alright, you may or may not see this screen if you've already created like a shipping. If you've already done a few items and haven't gone through the whole process of creating the shipment, you might see this. Which is, if you already have a shipping plan in there, it will ask you if you want to add to that plan or create a new. I must have a shipping plan in there with some other items that I haven't gone through and put them into shipments yet. But for this, for just demonstration purposes, I'm just going to put create new shipping plan. And then, boom! No, it's not that exciting. All right, so all they want to know here is the quantity, so you're just going to put 1, which is what I have. And for the next parts, I usually just continue, because everything is... oh, I don't know why I said that. Anyways. All right, next screen here, it just gives you prep guidance. If they want it wrapped in plastic or bagged or anything like that, they'll tell you here. But for this item, they have no prep guidance. So you can put it in a bag if you'd like. If not, you can send it just like it is. I would put this in a bag. And you can order bags on Amazon or eBay. I think Amazon, it's a little easier to find them. But anyways, you can get CD bags, and then you just put them around this deal here. And then you'd put your... I don't know if you need the choking hazard stickers on it or not, but I usually just put them on there in case. You have to put a choking hazard sticker on any bag that is a rounded item that has an opening of 5 inches or larger. And you can get rolls on Amazon of the choking hazard stickers. So once you have those and you have your bags, and you just slap a sticker on the bags, no big deal. But we'll just go ahead and hit continue here. All right, this next screen just shows what you're listing, and it just, you want to know if you want to label it or if they want to. If you want them to do it, you'd click here and choose Amazon. I want to do it myself, and you can print the labels right now here, but for some reason on my thermal printer I can't print a label through this. It wants to print them on the big sheets and not thermal labels. But I just usually hit continue here. Alright, so now it's telling me it wants to send it to this warehouse, which is IND1, and it's in Whitestown, Indiana. Now if you have other shipments that you've already created, items that you already listed, and you haven't shipped the package out yet, you're going to see another tab right here that allows you to add this product to that shipment. So if you already have 5 other CDs that are all going to this same warehouse, it'll have an option here that says add to existing shipment, and then you can select that shipment and then add this product into it. So kind of like filling a box. Alright, so I don't have one made for this one right now, so I'm going to just hit approve shipment, and now this shipment's going to have 1 item in it. So approve shipment, and then this will take a second here. Alright, and that's done. This item is now listed on there, but it's not available because they don't have the product in their hands yet. So right now this product is just going to be sitting in a box for now. But let's do this again. Let me go and add another product just so I can show you. Alright, so let me grab another item here. Let me click on the box and get my little scanner out. Scan it. And this is a board game. It's Beyond Balderdash. So same thing. We're going to click on product details, and mine is used. So I want prime only, but it's just, the screen's not going to change because it's already showing me the lowest price is prime. $17.48 is the lowest price, and you can kind of see how people just kind of keep going a little bit lower, so they have the lowest price. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll put mine at $17.47, and let me go ahead and close this here and click sell yours. Mine is going to be very good condition. If you want to know Amazon's condition guidelines, you can actually just Google Amazon condition guidelines, and there'll be like the first link on there. It'll tell you what each guideline means and what to put yours as. Because it is used, I will put a condition note, and this is always good to do if it's not brand new. You can even put a condition note if it's brand new too if you want, but you don't have to. Everybody knows it's new, it's in the original packaging, everything's good. But for this one, I'm going to put boxes in perfect shape. Or not perfect. You don't want to put perfect. I'll put boxes in good used condition. May show minor shelf wear. And put all pieces and parts. Now let's just put pieces and in. All pieces and instructions are included and in great shape. Alright, and you can pretty much put whatever you want on here. Just make sure you cover anything if your box has a dent in it or scratch, or you know how to do it if you've been listing on eBay. Kind of the same thing. You don't have to be as you don't have to put that much in there as long as it's all covered. So everything is included and it's in great shape. This one has paper pads in it, so I'll put paper pads. Still have lots of paper on them. And that's all I'll put. And then I want mine at $17.47. My quantity is 1. And this is already check marked for me. Let's just go to save and finish. Okay, and then we will just create a new shipping plan. And again, you might not see the screen if you don't have other shipping plans that weren't completed. It might go directly to the screen that you see now. I have one we'll just go continue. They don't have any prep guidelines now on these games. I usually wrap them in plastic so that the factory workers, warehouse workers, they don't like accidentally drop the game and pieces scatter everywhere. So I usually wrap it in shrink wrap, which you can buy in big rolls if you want to. I recommend that you get some. Alright, then we hit continue. And this is, of course, if you want to print labels again, we'll just hit continue because I'm not printing the labels yet. And this is going to IND1, the same place, which is awesome. I was hoping it would. So we're going to click Add to Existing, and this is what I was talking about. Now we can add this to that other product because I'm going to put it in the same box. And then I can hit Approve. So now I have 2 items in my box. And you can keep doing this and just keep, looking at your box to see how full you are and if you can fit everything, because you don't want to have too much to where you can't put it in the box. Amazon's guidelines is it can't be over 50 pounds, so make sure you don't go over 50 pounds. Now, once you have that all done, and let's pretend that this game is plastic wrapped, and then my CD is ready to go here, and it's all in the bag, and I put my warning choking hazard label on there. Seems like a lot of crap, but once you have all the bags and the supplies, it's just going to be just known to you. You're just going to go bag it, sticker, good to go. Now I have a thermal printer, so the way I print my labels may be a little bit different. But all you do is go up to here, and you click on Manage FBA Shipments, and then I should see this shipment that I just started. You can see there's 2 in here and 2 shipped. And they actually haven't been shipped because you can see received 0. So I'm going to click on Work on Shipment. Now if you have they recommend that you use a thermal or a laser jet printer. Okay, if you don't have one of those, you can use the inkjet printers, but they'd recommend that you don't because of smudging or smearing. Some people say they never have any problems, but it's recommended that you do get a thermal or inkjet printer. If you have an inkjet printer, you'll have to look to see what kind of labels you need, but it's like an Avery something or other. They have labels all over them, and you can actually click Review and Modify Units, and you can print labels for this page. And you can choose here. I'm not sure what you're using. You'll just have to see what setting works best for you. For me, I can't use this option for some reason, and if you guys know how to do it on this stupid thermal printer, let me know because I can't figure it out. I have to actually go click here and click Scan and Label. Okay, if you click there, it brings up this little deal here, and then I get my little barcode scanner again, and I scan it, and then I would just hit Enter, and it will print my label, and I'm not going to print it right now because I don't got the label set up in there. But usually once I have everything listed, then I'll go in and label each product with Amazon's product. And if I want to put my other label in there, pretty simple, just scan it again. Boom, it shows that I have one in my inventory, and I can just hit Enter and hit Print Label. So I can print all of the labels for the box pretty quick. Now if you have a laser printer and you got the sheets, then you can print them even faster because you just hit print and then spits them out for you. So even better. But for now I'm using the thermal printer, and that's how I have to do it. And that's pretty much it. When you're ready to ship your shipment, you would go to the same place, Manage FBA Shipments, and then you click here on Work on Shipment, and you can see all these ones here. This one says Receiving, which means they're receiving it. This one's closed. You can go in here, Work on Shipment. And if you want to double check your items, which I do recommend because I have sent boxes in to where I accidentally put the wrong item in there. And it's not a huge deal unless you do it constantly, I guess. They give you a little slap on the wrist and say, look at this policy again, and you're like, okay, I got it. But they'll just, once you review the problem they had, they will add it to your inventory and just say, hey, don't do that again. So I had that happen about 6 times already. So definitely check each item in your shipment and make sure that you have them. So click on Review and go, okay, that one's in the box. Okay, that one's in the box. And make sure you don't have any extras or extra items in that box. So when you're ready to ship, you'll go down here. You'll keep this the same unless you're doing a truckload, which most of you guys probably aren't. So you just want to use Amazon's partnered carrier, which is UPS. You put your box weight in and your dimensions, and a lot of people say that you don't really have to put your box dimensions in. I usually do because I don't know. I mean, I want to make sure I don't have too big of a box or something for their guidelines. But for the most part, as long as you're under 50 pounds, you really don't have to worry about it. Put that in there, and then you'll be able to calculate. You'll see right here on my screen. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not going to just ship them 2 items. I'm going to fill the box up. You hit calculate. It'll tell you what you're paying, and then you hit accept charges, and then you'll hit this. You can kind of see it here. It's grayed out. You'll hit print box labels. You used to have to put a packing slip on the top of the box. You don't, or inside the box. When they first opened it, they had a packing slip, but you don't have to do that anymore. I guess they got it all to where once they scan your label, they know exactly what's supposed to be in the box. So you print your box label, and it'll just be a UPS label. They'll charge your account for whatever that cost is, and I'll let you know that the cost to ship it through UPS is like dirt cheap. So don't think you're going to be paying a fortune in shipping costs trying to send these items. It's the best rate that you have ever seen in your life. A 50-pound box cost me like $19 or something to ship in. And I know like a 30-pound box has cost me as little as $12. Just depends on what warehouse it's going to, what shipping rate you'll pay. But it's very, very small. And you print your label, you tape it on the box, and you're good to go. Don't put your label over the crease of the box where they're cutting it. They tell you to put it away from that so they can cut it without cutting into the label. But other than that, that's pretty much it. A couple tips I want to tell you is I would suggest not going out and getting 2-3 items, scanning them in, putting them in a box, and waiting 2-3 days, getting 2-3 more items, scanning them in, putting them in a box. The reason why is I tried doing it that way. I'd go out, we'd go picking, come back. I'd have a handful of Amazon items. I'd be like, well, I'll list my eBay items, and then I'll just scan my stuff into Amazon and just keep filling this box here. Well, too much time went by, and I had like a whole bunch of CDs and stuff, or games, or whatever it was, books, I forget. And they were all the same kind of items, always going to this one shipment. Well, then I had another pile, and I tried scanning them in, thinking it was going to go in the same box. And they had me putting it in a completely different box, and I couldn't figure out why the same kinds of items were going to a completely different place. So I just kept trying to scan more items in and list them, and it kept putting them in that other box. So I had this other box that's just sitting there by itself with like 8 items in it, and nothing else was being put into that. So I said, well, I wonder if I went in and delete that old shipment and then rescan them in, is it going to put them in the new warehouse box, if you guys are following me at all. So what happened was I deleted the shipment, went back in, rescanned them in, and sure enough, it put them in the new shipment box. So if you wait too much time, Amazon's going to like allocate your same kind of products to a different shipment, and you don't want that. So best thing to do is probably get up a whole pile. Love you too. Best thing to do is probably get a whole bunch of stuff and do it all at one time. When you're ready to get your boxes out and you got enough that you think to put in boxes, get it all done at one time. That's just what I found to work. If you want to edit units in the box or you want to delete them, this same screen here under the shipment that I just pulled up, you can click this X and you can take it out of your shipment. You can change the quantity. Now, something else I found that's going to help you guys out if you're new. If you go out and you find, if I had like 5 of these games, all in the same condition, I have the same everything on them. They've got the instructions, all the pieces are good, and I got 5 of them. When you try to list them and it asks you for the quantity, the first thing in your head is, well, I got 5 of them, I'm going to put 5 in. Okay, so you put 5 in, and then you go through all the other steps. So you go through the continue, brings it up to the shipment. Now what it's going to do is, because you have 5 of them, it wants to spread those out into different locations. So it might tell you, send 2 to this place, send 2 to this place, and send 1 to this place. And you're going, oh, I don't want to do that. I want to send them all to the same warehouse. Well, the way around that is to not put that you have 5 of them in. Only put that you have 1. Even though you're going to send 5, only put that you have 1. Go through the same steps that I just showed you. Get to your shipment screen. And then pull this up, just like we did. and where it lists them in here in your shipment, and just go here and change the quantity to 5. And you see it saved it. So now Amazon says, okay, we'll take 5 to this one warehouse. So if you have multiple items, do that. Definitely do that. Otherwise, you're going to have 5 boxes trying to fill each one, and you're only going to have 8 items in another box. From what I've seen, if you have a whole bunch of books, most likely as you're scanning them in, they're all going to go to the same place most of the time. If you have all video games, most likely they're all going to go to the same place. So don't let that deter you from putting stuff on Amazon. You'll learn how to do it, and the more you do it, the better you get. I'm already pretty comfortable doing it, and the best part is I've gotten like 2 messages total in the entire time in all the sales that we've been doing, which is awesome because I get like, I don't know what honey, 10, 15 emails a day.
Yeah,
on eBay, and it's just insane. Let me go back here and see if I sold anything else in that time. And look at that, we're up to 1912. So we're still continuing to sell stuff. I mean, that's freaking awesome. Balance is going up. It's growing like crazy, and we're up to $638.48 for 7 days. So I mean, heck, that's like $2,500 if we maintain just that in sales, of course. You know, so I mean, it's not like we're making $2,500 profit in a month. But it's growing so fast, guys. And if you guys are not doing Amazon FBA, I highly recommend that you do it. There's just so many items that will sell for $20 on eBay, and you look at Amazon FBA and it's $70. And you look at the rank, and the rank is really low, and it's selling fast, real fast. So go out there and give it a shot. Try it out. If you don't want to get the professional seller's account right off the bat, you don't have to. I mean, it just depends on how. It just depends if you guys think that you're gonna go, full force into this and sell that many items. If anything, just don't do the professional seller's account and send a box in. See how you do. If you start getting close to that 40 items a month, then upgrade to that professional seller's account. There's a lot of other stuff I probably could cover, but I'll probably do it in another video. Just be sure to package your stuff well in the boxes. Use your packing. Do not send packing peanuts. They don't want those. Use packed air. Use bubble wrap. I use a lot of the end newspaper rolls like we do in our eBay business for filling void areas. Also, I also use priority boxes, but don't tell USPS about that. You put together a nice little small priority box, tape it in case if you have a big area that goes in the box, and stick it down in the box. It'll hold that area for you. Other than that, remember you guys can check out videos that we've done on gillmoney.com, which I put over here somewhere. And we do have recommended supplies on there too that are, again, our Amazon affiliate links. Whenever you click those links, it gives us credit for it, and we make a small percentage of what you guys spend on Amazon. So it helps us out, and it helps us continue to make these videos because it does take time to do this. As you can see, Amazon, yeah, my wife Amazon over here. As you can see, Gil Mama's over here. She's taking pictures right now because we have a bunch of stuff to list on eBay, and I got a whole stack of stuff right here that we need to get out to Amazon. So I need to go, guys. If you guys want to see more, hit the like and subscribe button, and we will continue to make videos. And I know it's been a while since we made a video, but again, we were doing taxes and we just juggling all kinds of stuff. So sorry for the wait, guys, but we'll try to keep a video coming your way as much as possible. As Gil Mama said, check out the Facebook group. Lots of awesome people there, and we get on there and we answer questions, and other people do too. And it's just a great place for everybody to find help to any questions you guys have and get an immediate response, because we have, I don't know, like 200 members on there. Go to Facebook, search for Gil Money, and there's an awesome Facebook group there that we started so everybody can kind of collaborate and make more money. Later, guys.